Hey you guys, as promised, I'm here with the SW48, and this one is an FS, but as I promised in the video before, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit more about this mini tank, so stay tuned. Hey, you guys, thank you, Fastest Pastor here. I'm here with my mini tank, what I call my mini tank. This is a Bombardier SW48FA. And as promised, I told you guys I'd give you a little bit more in-depth look with this machine. And so right here we have the Bombardier SW48FA. And you're probably wondering, where does the nomenclature come from? So the SW48 had two nomenclatures. This one's the FA, which it comes with a straight 6 Ford 300. The DA actually came with a Perkins. And what we see here as well is with this particular model, the FA, it comes with the Ford C6 transmission. The differential in this one is actually one that is made by Bombardier. Now someone subcontracted, I don't know enough about these to know that, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of give you guys a little bit of a look inside here as to what this thing looks like. So I'm just going to move you over here and we're going to be able to see this. So I love this little unit. It's cool. As you can see inside of it here, we're just going to kind of get familiar with the cockpit a little bit and show you that. All right, you guys, so here I am, SW48 FA. This thing right here has this Ford inline 6. It's the 300 cubic inch with a C6 automatic Ford transmission. Let's take a look on the inside. So suicide doors, which is kind of fun. But you'll notice in the interior here, this has a bucket seat. And I'm just going to turn this around now. I'm going to turn my GoPro around and I'm going to just kind of tour this with you guys. But it's got the bench seat. That originally came with just a single seat. They put the bench seat in it. And there's some cool amenities in here. We'll talk about that. It's got the B&M shifter. But we're just going to quickly take a tour around this little beast and kind of show you what this thing looks like. So here's the interior. They're pretty simple. The headliner and stuff's been pulled out of it. You guys will notice I did put some sound mat in there. I was back there working on some stuff anyways and checking out connections. But you'll first see it looks a lot like a car down here. And that's because it kind of is. So it's got the gas pedal, obviously on the right. The brake is on the left. I'm a 2-footer, so you'll see me doing this. We've got the B&M shifter connected to the C6 as well. With the bench seat, they offset the stick, so you'll see that, and just kind of horn buttons there. As we go around, we're going to see here up on the dash panel, this is where the dash is on this thing, which is kind of cool. It's fun. And so I'm just going to give you a little bit of light here. We always have the wipers, and they do fully work. We have the ignition, which I can turn on. Here's its little turn signal. So if you look at this and you're able to look at it, the turn signals are right here. And so that is right, reset, left, reset, and then we obviously have the gauges. We've got the amps, water temperature, fuel, hours, and then over here we have the flashers, which if I show you this really quick, you can see them flashing against my wall. Don't mind my mess. And then we've got headlights as well, and then backup lights. And then on this bad boy, this left button here is actually windshield wiper fluid. As we go around the cockpit a little bit more, they added a heater, and this thing puts out the heat. Grab handles, and then we're just going to notice here, again, the sliding glass, which is cool. And then this is kind of your view from the rear as we take a look at things. So I am going to show you a little bit right here as we talk about this machine. I will take it outside and I'm going to kind of fill you in a little bit about how to drive it, but I want to continue the walk around first. So let's continue on here. So as you can see here, this thing is pretty cool. It's a tracked vehicle, and now it's closed. So just some upgrades that's been put on it since before I owned it. The mirrors are obviously an upgrade. There's been more lights added to it. It's a cool little machine. And so I just kind of want to go around it, kind of give you guys some specs and things like that. So as we look at the tank here, you can kind of see it from this angle. I'm going to use my tape measure to point. And so let's first take a look at the tracks. So there are your tracks. And you can see here we have the drive, planetary, and then we've got 3 bogie wheels. And these puppies are about 23 inches, I think 24, about 24 inches in diameter. And then we've got the drive wheel, which I believe is 18. Yeah, it's gonna be about 18 outside. So this is kind of cool because this thing has some suspension. It's not really good. I can't say it suffices very well. But as we look at this, the track width here is just about 13 3/4. It floats pretty good. Don't get me wrong, it's a heavy machine. You're only about 13 3/4 inches wide, but again, this thing has some good traction. So what I want to do is I want to kind of open this up to the back for you guys, and so we're gonna get you detailed over there. So I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna unlatch this. So one on that side. We'll come around to here, and we'll unlatch this side, and then we're gonna lift it up. And voila! You can see the engine. And so, pretty standard straight 6. This thing's in really, really good shape. At least what I consider really good shape. Let me take you around, and I just want to show you what this thing looks like. And so, let's get this kind of in here. So what we have behind here is it's got the fuel tank right behind you. Yeah, probably it's all good. It's thick steel. I'm not worried about it. And we can see the straight 6 right here. She's got a lot of field debris in her. Radiator, it's liquid cooled as anybody would expect. 2-barrel carburetor sitting on top of it. I'm pretty impressed with this little thing. It's cool. Clean. It's really, really clean. And then if we turn our attention down to here, you'll see the beginning of the C6 transmission, automatic transmission. And so the way this works, the way this system works is it's driven engine, transmission, and then it's got its own differential, which the differential then drives each one of these cogwheels. And unfortunately you can't see it down in there, but it's there. The other thing that a lot of people don't know is these can come outfitted with blades, different types. They got a V blade and a straight blade, and I bought the V blade with it, which is still sitting at Gary's. But I wanted to show you guys what this thing looks like, what it's all about. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take you out and take you for a spin and kind of show you how it works to drive it. So stay tuned. So just to do a walk around here of the Bombardier SW, I just wanted to show you guys before I show you controls. You can see the springs here, and so it works on a cantilever type system. And you can see the bogie wheel here for the tensioning. You can see the tensioning nut. You know, I know it's pretty dirty. I've been driving around in a field, but it's pretty cool. You can see where the exhaust exits. But she really isn't all that loud. She's super loud inside. And I think it's starting to get enough wear on these tracks where I probably should tension them soon. But I want to take you inside, and I'm going to show you guys how this thing controls. It's kind of fun. So I'm going to turn it off just for a second and explain it to you. So the way this works is it's got a differential, and so it's a non-locking differential. The transmission sends the power to the differential, and the way this works is this does not make you go faster. All it does is apply a brake to that track. So if I want to turn left, I actually pull this back, and it locks that side of the differential, making only the right side track to turn. And so the more I pull it, it'll start slowing it down. If I pull it all the way, it locks it and it'll pivot and turn. And the same way, if I want to go right, I pull it back to drag the right side with the brake, and then the differential will turn. And so that's how this works. It's a little bit different. Again, the gas and the brake are like this. So that's pretty much how you control it. And it may seem somewhat easy, but it doesn't exactly steer the way you'd think. Now, the top speed on this is 100, it's about, this particular vehicle, the straight six, has about 120 horse. I think it came in like 118, 119. Supposedly has a top speed of 22 miles per hour. Now, the other day when I was going, I turned on my GPS tracker, my speedometer, and I'm not sure if it was right or not, but I'm going to turn it back on, and we're going to take this thing for a spin, and we're going to see really what its top speed is, and we'll go from there, because I'm suspecting it actually is faster than what they advertised it as. And so let me get I'm going to get my GoPro here situated, and then we're going to go take it for a spin because it's kind of fun. And I'm going to turn on my GPS app, my GPS speedometer app. And so I have some cars whose speedometers didn't work, and this was a great app. It was cheap, and so I downloaded it. It's just a speedometer app. So here we go. We're going to take it for a spin. It's going to get loud, but we will see actually how fast this thing really does go. So I'll put on my seatbelt, and then we're going to be able to go, go, go. All right, so this thing is an absolute blast to drive. I love it. It's fun. Yeah, no argument. So I'm going to take you guys for a spin, and we're just going to get some footage and just have fun with it. That's what we're going to do. And so, yeah, hopefully you enjoy this footage. So let's go. So let's go have some fun. I love driving this thing. Let's go see what kind of mayhem we can make. So as you can see, I'm gonna pull the right lever, the left lever, and we will pivot to the left. But you can hear this thing is not exactly quiet. And so now if I want to go left in reverse, I'm just pulling on the opposite one, and I'll give it some gas. And then you can see me stop. I apply the brake. So there was our top speed, was 24 miles per hour. Yeah, so I guess it does pretty close to what they said it does, but it's fun. So my takeaway from this thing is an absolute blast to drive. It's rough, it's bumpy, but I mean, it's a miniature tank. And so I love how it is. I'm really hoping you guys got some out of this video, that you got to learn a little bit more about my mini tank. And you're probably wondering what's next for the mini tank. So as you can see, the headliner needs to be, not headliner, but there's no sound deadening in it. So I'm gonna put some more sound deadening in it, and then we're painting it. I asked Mary what she wanted to paint it, and because she's like, it can't stay yellow, and I think we all agree. So we're actually gonna do mechanized camo. So we're gonna do block style camo. It's gonna be pretty cool, and I'm gonna surprise you later with that. So listen, subscribe, like, follow us. Fastest Pastor. I know it's a crazy time now with this coronavirus, and part of the reason why I'm still doing these videos is hopefully take your mind off of it. Also, if you get a chance, take a look at John chapter 14, verse 27 in there. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But it just talks about how Jesus is our peace, and he brings peace and leaves with us peace. And so in this crazy world we're in right now, please take a moment, be thankful, have gratitude. It can change your perspective. God bless you guys. Love you guys.